can't sing a song at the moment. Hello, everyone. Hope you all had a good week. Hope you're all having an extra long weekend for the Easter weekend. My voice might be a little bit off today, and it might break occasionally because
he's going through puberty. Woo! 1 point from Anthony.
No, I
have 1 point. That's 1-0. Anthony is the scorekeeper. That's right.
That was mean. I threw my back out earlier this week, which had nothing to do with my voice, but
it was getting old, and it was taking up space, and he didn't need it, so out it went. And he put it in the recycling bin, Anthony. What the hell was he thinking? You know damn well that body parts go in the general waste. You do not recycle spines. Anyway, continue.
I thought some Tories might use it. And then while I was feeling ill, Brett, we got some takeaway food to make me feel better. And I literally just finished eating it, and I just went, I gotta go be sick. And
Bye.
I was violently sick, which strained my throat. Also, it's super fun uncontrollably throwing up while your back is spasming in pain. It was delightful.
That's what everybody came to the stream to hear. They want to hear the story of what happens to you when you down all that whiskey. And then, hey.
I haven't had a glass of whiskey in a month.
Hey. He says, shut up about your bad back. Shut up about your vomiting antics. There's tasties in their kitchen that are just one vote away from becoming 10 digestibles.
There's at least 2 votes there, 3 votes.
Ito's here. Oh man, Ito's here. We could have played the Worm song, right? Because Ito's here. What?
And I went with our theme. What a monster!
Oh, right. Hang on. I've got to correct it. Ooh, I know how I can correct it. Super easy. Hang on. Yeah, 10. I know it's all super, whatever. But I don't know how loud that's going to be. Come on, let's get you some tasties.
It was probably one dragging that leaf down.
So when a worm needs our something to munch, it drags the leaf down into his hole
For lunch.
What are you singing about, Anthony?
It would be very quiet because it's through Discord and various other things. That might sound rude.
Worm poop is important plant food.
What I should have done is downloaded it to your computer and then played it from that.
We're talking about worms.
So what are we singing about?
We're singing about worms.
Ooh, I
You
like
can have it loud for the ending. There we go. 10, do you want a second one? Of course you do. Way. 10's back on his meds as of today, so he spent most of the day tripping balls. But now he's super happy. So there you go. Which is what it's all about, baby.
Right, we're playing Evil Genius 2 today, and it was a game the Evil Genius 1 was ages ago. Feels like it was at least a decade ago. I don't know how long ago.
10 Face. Oh, 10 Face is fairly small on your thing. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of 10 Face. Right. Turtle Dreams. Well, here's the thing. For all you Turtle Dreams / Worm Woman Kalamazoo, isn't that what she said?
Yes, Kalamazoo.
Aficionados. we've already preempted that there's more Meredith Monk on the way. However, Jasper's Wheel of Torment hasn't been doing too well as of late. Not last week, but the week before, there was no winners, so no videos were added to Fallout Episode 2, whenever that is. And last week, Ito got dragged into work when we were supposed to be doing the wheel thing, and we didn't feel like not torturing him. We weren't going to just torture ourselves.
It's part of the fun. I mean, if the videos aren't funny, at least we can laugh at Ito.
If Ito is the bottom of the pile, Giggity, of Jasper's Wheel of Torment, because
He never picks a winner.
he always picks losers. So it's like, well, we can't not have him there. If we're going to go through agony, we need, the resident Mexican there. Otherwise, it wouldn't be diverse enough. It's fine. Do you need to go out, or are you trying to get more tasties?
You're the one that calls the stop the wheel, though, Ito.
Yeah, it's always your turn. Anywho, today, as you already know and are well aware, we will be playing Evil Genius 2. I believe the first one came out in like 2004, I think. And you and Thorn played it quite a bit. I played it a tiny bit, and even Adam played it back in the day, so we all played it. We thought, well, Cisco enjoyed it, although I think you had some issues with it.
In the end, there was a very sudden, steep uptick in the difficulty at the last
few maps.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I remember them putting you in like a volcano and places where you couldn't build.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff you couldn't build, and it was also... It kind of lost a lot of its fun. A lot of the fun of strategy for me is just spending ages building the perfect lair, and you couldn't really do that. It became more of a speed challenge, how quickly you could build everything that you needed in order to defeat the heroes, and I just kind of like building perfect bases, which you can't do in that sort of situation.
No, you certainly can't build perfect bases in this game. So, like I said, Thorn and Cisco played it the most. They will have the most to say, most likely. If you want to try and get
Yes, I'm going to get Thorn
other purples in, that would be great. 10. Let's go! The last one. Yeah, we're supposed to have one of them a day. That's your third one. There's a screen.
Hello.
You,
Bollocks.
I bet you haven't set it up properly.
There we go. Now we'll be heroes. Yeah, I forgot to put it on auto transmit. How you doing, Tom?
I'm okay. How's your technical difficulties?
Technically difficult, I would say. Technically.
Oh god. No, I haven't even started this game up. So we bought it, and we installed it on the day it started, and then it's like we never played it. We've been playing.
Like it. I am just disappointed.
We've been playing Marvel's Avengers instead, which
isn't streamable, or rather, isn't stream worthy.
Yeah.
Glug, 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 glug. Are you sure it's not worms? Bloody hell, Dan.
Play Vulcan, play DX12.
Did the person that told you you'd love Evil Genius
Vulcan, we sometimes have trouble capturing.
Sorry?
Sorry, what was that, though?
I was saying to Matt in the chat, he was saying someone said he'd love this game. It's like, were they saying you'd love the original or this one?
I think when you said Evil Genius, you didn't say Evil Genius 2, so I assume the original. The original was good. It's just that's deep difficulty at the end. It's just kind of.
Well, you'd be glad to know they've not improved
Bottom
it.
one.
Oh.
Bottom one. What does it say? I bet your drivers are out of date, aren't they?
My drivers apparently are out of date.
Oh, of course they are. Let's go, 10. Vulcan we sometimes have trouble capturing. Sometimes entirely, or it just doesn't work, or it explodes and everybody dies.
Well, that is true. My PC has been very uncooperative recently and has crashed. Hard blue screen crash at least 3 times.
Oh, bloody hell.
That's a bit loud. But also, I need to get this some bitch streaming.
Bloody
down.
hell, that was loud. We're talking about worms.
Well, hopefully that's now streaming.
Yep.
Oh, first time setup. Thus proving it's the first time I played this game. Also, our back door is open and now I'm freezing because I'm not wearing a lot.
Because you're bollock naked, you mean?
I can't argue with that this time. I'm not even wearing socks. I have no idea what any of this means. Short call out duration?
How sensitive you are to furniture being rotated?
I'm fairly sensitive to it, especially if it's in my house.
Drives me mad.
Unless it's supposed to rotate. You know, if it's like a turntable.
See, this is kind of a good idea, having a first time setup, but they've just vomited a bunch of stuff at you.
Really have. The other thing is, until you've tried the game out, you don't know whether this is better or whether you want to change it or not.
But I can understand a first person shooter doing it, saying, do you prefer having your run button being a hold or toggle? Stuff like that. If you've not played any of the sort of game.
I'm just going to leave it all as thingy. I'm also going to quickly go into the options and is the sound loud? You said, Brass.
The music is, yeah.
There we go.
But that's your speakers. So
Is there a what do you call it?
I don't know. What do you call it? Dubbed and subtitled?
Subtitled.
Possibly. I know Danny was screaming about colourblind mode before.
Oh, was there a colorblind
Well,
mode?
you're colourblind to colourblindness.
I didn't see there was a colorblind mode. What kind of colorblindness?
I always like that because
Danny won. D for
some
Danny.
people don't know what
Everybody
the name
give
of
D
the
to
colorblind
Danny.
Danny knows. Right, what was I doing? I was doing something else. Oh yeah, I was looking to see if they had subtitles. I couldn't see any. Is there any subtitles?
The sound.
No, there's nothing under audio options.
And what
I'll
I've
always
seen,
put it in the audio options, so.
what I've seen, the game relies on prompts on screen, so you get them anyway.
Alright.
Okay. Let's start a new game.
Sort of, Husker.
Do they not have like a campaign mode, or is it just a?
It's create new. It is only a campaign. Well, Sandbox is the non-campaign. Create new is the campaign.
Okay. This is the
Select your genius.
Yes. Abilities work harder. Order minions to prioritize jobs in maximum vicinity. Instantly completes any minion training near him. Large workforce. Max knows when to rely on overwhelming numbers and when to get a specialist into the job.
My understanding of it, it's just like the first game, there are 3 directions you can take, or 3 paths you can take your minions in, and 3 of the villains focus on those paths. He's the all-rounder.
I think, isn't he the all-rounder?
Yep, that's what I just said. He's the all-rounder.
Yeah. Maximilian von Klein owns a lot of things. He even owns you. You may not realize it yet, but he does. He fancies himself as a maverick inventor, although most of his creations go awry, usually resulting in the death of the person behind the trigger rather than in front of it. And it makes no difference to him. Weapons are weapons, profit is profit, and other people are disposable. Why else would there be a need for weapons? Now Maximilian is setting his sights on a higher than a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They'll do whatever it takes, run for president, hold a gun to the world's head, all in the name of profit. Everything he touches will turn to gold. Red Ivan. Life in Hammer's military was far too peaceful for Red Ivan's taste. After earning his nickname on the battlefield, he established himself as a fearsome gun for hire. When the last evil genius arose, he immediately joined up and made himself an invaluable henchman. As a reward for his service, he was gifted with a country of his very own to rule with, a literal iron fist. The citizens of Ivania never questioned their leader. Since his last employer disappeared, and there he has stayed until now. Abilities, I'm assuming he's on. Do it now. One of many to prioritize jobs in his vicinity. Equips a rocket launcher and fires a devastatingly powerful explosive shot. Might makes right. Born in battle islands, capable of marshalling a large number of muscle minions without paying quite so much. Even his workers pack a better punch. So basically, he's the fighty one. Zalakia. The ends justify the means, and Zalakia will never dream small. She created the first artificial intelligence, the integrated robotic intelligence system, at age 6, and beat it at chess a year later. Zalakia sees society with the way it truly is, the patterns of individuals who think they're acting on free will. Most humans are dreary creatures who don't know what's good for them and waste time with petty squabbles. People want algorithms to tell them how to live. They need a single intelligence to bring about a golden age of prosperity. Humanity runs on code. It needs a coder, and Zalakia is just the supreme intelligence for the job. And her abilities. My plan takes priority. They all seem to be able to demand wherever they are that people do what they want. Repair. Immediately repair all items.
A minion gets a buff, so for her it's only science minions.
No, science minions get a bigger boost.
Oh, right, so.
There was the same with Red Ivan. Red Ivan's the fighter minions got a bigger boost.
You know you're going science, right?
Do I?
Yeah.
True Genius, Zalakia knows everything. Her science minions are more capable than most, uncovering the mystery of the universe much quicker. I mean, I do generally take a science route in most strategy games. Emma was a spy master who saved the world countless times until the day she failed. While the Overlord ruled, she marshalled her resources and prepared for afterwards. But when order was restored, the world slid back into its status quo. Emma was horrified, then furious, then resolute. The world didn't need her to save it, it needed her to end it. Order the minions to prioritize jobs in her vicinity, also increases the spotting power of any nearby minions. She bolsters her henchmen by resetting their cooldowns and giving them an edge. Emma's history as the head of Hammer has left her with an intimate knowledge of her foes. Her deception minions are more efficient, and she can reduce heat more efficiently across the world. I'm probably going to go with Zalakia because I'm more of a sciencey person.
I am shocked. I am shocked to my very core.
You didn't want to go for Thatcher.
Sorry, what?
All the themes around Emma.
You didn't
Am I really
for
quiet?
Thatcher.
Oh yeah, she is a bit Thatcher, isn't she?
Also called the Iron I don't think it does it on the screen, but
The Iron Bitch. Sorry, that was Thatcher.
Right. You need to turn the overall volume of the game down to at least the Danny level, because you've turned the music down, which is fine, but the sound effects are still really loud.
There is no chance to get to the Danny level.
65 left to do them.
Is that better?
Don't know. Not hearing anything at the moment. We'll find out when you get.
Okay.
Tracy Island.
There's a 3 to select from.
At the bottom.
Crown's Gold is your classic tropical paradise casino with a
this bit looks like it does better than the original, because you might remember the original gave you a second island halfway through, and the transition to it was terrible.
Yes, it was very annoying.
It dumped all your stuff outside.
Because you got underground gold in this one apparently. Vulnerable to Patriot.
I'm always okay, Husker.
This one has a smaller initial diggable area, but much better later.
Yeah, it won't tell you this, but can you just see that the rock is different shades on the map?
Yeah.
Yeah. As you go along, you can dig darker shades of rock.
Presumably when you get the technology to do so.
Yeah.
Alright, they're all vulnerable to someone.
No sound bites for you, Ito.
Oh.
This is where we find out just how loud your speakers currently are.
I'm trying to decide because I'm tempted to go with the second island. Oh.
It's a whale lord. Nom, 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 nom.
Okay, that's slightly odd.
Oh my god! I'm gonna pee!
All over the place.
So you start at the bottom, work your way up, and then end up in the basement. That's very odd.
Coffee hasn't been added to Cisco's chatbot.
Don't know if that's true about that one. I know you start. Maybe it is.
Oh wait, where's your cow vagina cannon? Cow vagina cannon.
I'm tempted to go for the second one just because I kind of like the idea of having the. But I'm going to swear everybody and just go for the first one.
Just go for eliminators.
Yeah, it worked out really well.
Yeah.
Oh.
What? Pre-order legendary loot. What legendary loot?
Take on additional side stories to acquire the legendary Fountain of Youth and Trojan Horse.
Does your guy grow old and die? As if not, what's the use of that?
I didn't get a puppy. Unless that's standard. There's no DLC for a puppy there.
If there is time, Cisco with the door open, then I'll see about updating his chatbot for him. If there's time.
So have you been playing this then, Thorn?
It's more researching it. I'm probably going to break it down and purchase it at some point just because I love the original, but I wanted to see if they fixed all the hideous flaws.
And you think, and the word is they haven't.
They have not. It is technically better than the first one because it's got a modern UI. My understanding is it's a lot of the like trap flaws are gone, so they have fixed some things, but
Use the camera controls to move the camera around your lair. Now use the rotate controls to rotate the camera.
Okay.
Yay!
You can use the zoom controls to zoom in and out. Use the tilt controls to tilt your camera.
Hold on. Who do you think you are? Giving me instructions like that.
I'm here to help by telling you exactly what to do next in a friendly and helpful manner.
But you're here to do everything I say.
Correct. Step 1. Tell us what you
Ha
want,
ha!
and the
Fuck you
minions
all!
will do it. We're eager to please.
I'm still not sure what I think about that. The whole
Eager to live.
I'm the evil genius, I'm in charge, so why are you tutorializing me?
New main objective available.
Your lair will be much more impressive once it has more rooms. Open the build menu.
Open the
Tiles over
build
highlighted area.
menu.
This will be where we'll build your vault.
Or have we got to build them?
Husker, he definitely didn't subscribe to a newsletter or anything.
Gold pallets will increase the
Until
amount of
very
gold you
recently,
keep
he
in
didn't
your
know the
lair.
game, the second game existed, so it's not like he's been keeping an eye on it or anything like that. He heard it existed, he bought it, and now he's playing it.
It's best not to leave your gold sitting in the open. Add a door to your vault.
Hang on, are you putting a
Once you
gold
are
vault
done,
right next to the
select
front
confirm
door?
to give the
Yeah,
order to
that's
your
what I
minion.
was saying. Where they won't let me pick where it goes because my immediate thought was, well, I want the gold vault as deep in as I can get it.
And this also annoyed people. The tutorial is a bit heavy.
Wait for your minions to install
Heavy?
the door before moving on.
I was already telling you,
All
build
your
here.
furniture must
All
first
right.
be collected from the depot under the helipad.
Under the helipad.
Giggity Husker. Okay, that's the back door, not the front door. That's the front door. At some point, I need to put that under a bit of wood so I can burn it. That was saying, addressing to Braz directly on saying he was
Trying to
picking up.
set up his sound system a bit better. I don't remember which way this one goes. Speak to me, little tutorial man. When's he going to speak again? Speak!
It won't until this is finished.
Little shitbag. In a stupid blue hard hat.
New main objective available.
Now
better?
your gold is safe. Let's add another room to the lair.
Oh, I should stop a little bit
Minions
of
need to
the...
rest after a day of
echoing.
evil deeds. Let's build a barracks.
But also, you now have two speakers. Since Jasper knocked the other one down.
Beds give minions places to sleep when their vitality or morale start to run low.
Run low!
Okay.
Matt demands you zoom in so he can see the building.
I'm trying to select the bed.
Also, I think you have to zoom in so you can see what you're doing too.
Right. How do you... Oh, it's auto rotate. Which they didn't tell me.
Or left click and drag.
It's got to be built into the wall. That's... Turn the camera around. I can't, as I tried doing that before and then I ended up not able to actually build, so give me a second.
Items can be rotated freely with the rotate controls.
It's
Items
actually
that
not
need
letting
to
me
be
rotate
placed
the camera
next
at
to
the
a
moment.
wall will automatically rotate. Place some beds on the other side of the barracks.
Alright.
Oh, we
Doors
got
can be placed
coffee.
between walls. They always need a gap of 4 tiles. Once you are done, select confirm to give the order to your minions. Open the systems menu.
Just cancel the whole bit. Oh no, sorry, it's ordered.
Hang on, are they building that with flamethrowers and...
No, they're using non-specific particle cannons.
non-specific particles?
Yep. I mean, I could technically say they're using the same things they do in Piss Pits.
Piss Pits.
That game also had them using mysterious guns for everything.
Has that been updated or anything? We haven't played that in ages.
Tons. It's had an expansion and everything.
Then I think whenever you manage to be able to visit next, we definitely have to do a Piss Pits update stream.
You know, because it has to be a full day and I'd need longer to actually learn how to play a game.
Well, it's not like you're going to be here anytime soon. You've
That is
got
also
time.
true.
Collect this one now for a reward. Come back here often for main objectives, side stories.
You could go into space before, it was just really difficult. Now you can actually have colonies and different asteroids.
New main objective available.
And crash into them, I hope.
Food is an essential
I
part
don't know
of
about
any
Crash, I
minion's
don't know.
diet.
I see, I've not played, I've
Without
just
it,
only looked at
they'll
what's
become
available.
more unhealthy and less
But you might
intelligent.
remember the last long string we did of it, we got all day and we got into space and started to build a rocket and then realised
You can rotate
we had
any
like
item in your lab.
5% of
You
the
can also move
materials we
parts
needed.
constructed.
To be fair, somebody managed to piss in space, and that
Yes.
was it. That was the main goal. I'm gonna
New main
piss in
objective
space.
available.
Basic food counters restore minion smarts and vitality, and stop stomachs from rumbling.
Husk, I got all sowy. Sowy.
What do you get sorry for?
Well, it's not the fact that he got sorry, it's the fact that he got sowy.
Construct lockers in the barracks. Ooh. There we go. There's a stealth one. Items. Lockers.
Blink.
Oh. How do you... Damn it, I need to... Oh. So you can rotate with the mouse.
But not with the rotate key.
But not with the rotate key, yeah. But you can't rotate with the mouse when you're not building.
Did you just cover something on the wall there?
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
Doesn't count toward what? All I
I'm assuming
remember...
the mess hall doesn't need a door.
I don't know. All I remember from the first game was having an army of valets who buffed Super Spy's shoes until they had a mental breakdown. That
Do
was
you
it.
remember how research worked in the first one, where you had to send people into kitchen appliances and things?
No, but that sounds very amusing.
Like you had to tell your science guy to interact with this hero on the blender.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's all gone.
Oh.
It's just a research tree now.
Oh, that sucks.
It does.
Couldn't you learn more stuff and also like torture information out of them at the same time?
It was how you unlock things. That's all gone.
Why? That was great.
Oh yes, I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah, you had to discover things, and it kept track of it, saying like you've got one thing more to discover from the blender.
Because I remember stuffing someone in a washing machine.
Available.
It seems we're low on power.
And you had to go through zany torture sequences and animations to do it. Yeah, that's all gone.
You can place this where you like, but be careful.
Why would you make
as
that
it will be a
decision?
tempting target for enemy agents.
Okay. Do I need to have?
Is it just to make it more like other games in the same sort of genre?
Get kind of faffy, but it wasn't the faffiest thing about the game, so
Generators power items.
I guess
in
they want it
the
more
lab.
generic.
Without it, almost nothing will function. Be careful, as enemy agents will attempt to sabotage your generators if they find them. It sure is dark, isn't it? Are you scared? No?
Are you?
fucking sorry and I miss your nipples.
I do.
You can't. I can't take my rewards. Optional. Reward.
Alright, that's cool. Anthony. Danny didn't.
What?
They played Monster Prom today, and Anthony got with Scott. And Danae did not. He was denied access.
Oh.
Yes, we believe that prom is.
No, that's not.
You are
fair.
such a
But-
moon.
Ah.
Is where that's from. Where that soundbite is from. Yeah, we believe that prom is much better than camp.
Well, did he not think that?
Like he played camp, he hadn't played prom,
Did he?
and now he has played
Optional
prom.
objective.
Which did he think is better?
I don't know.
The game didn't trick you, Danny. You tricked yourself.
Yeah, but you don't need to sabotage Danny. He sabotaged himself. Right? You gave them a sale. Matt has
I'm going
now.
to break and get this too, just because it's something in this vein
Agents
which is
lie
so
in body
infrequent.
bags on the floor, causing minions
Oh,
to
there's
lose
two then.
morale if they get too close.
You should
Build an
ask for some
incinerator in your
sort
power
of
station to
kickback,
dispose
this
of
go.
them.
Oh,
You're
damn
giving them sales.
it. Once.
Don't you have a thing with 10% code?
Not a 10% code. We have CD key affiliation.
That-
Although I don't remember. We I haven't checked it in such a
Damn
long
it.
time. I don't know where the link is or anything. The link's on our Twitch page somewhere. Go and get it through CD keys, and it'll be cheaper for you. And we get, I think, was it 5%? Does this go?
Yeah, something.
I think it was
Yeah.
5% of the sale goes to the stream. I think, I don't remember.
I need to expand my thingy room so I can build an incinerator.
Everyone remember the incinerator is in the thingy room. In case we need to know.
Where else would you put an incinerator but the thingy room?
It's also very weird that you have to have it in that room. But
Well, also tempted just to add another row of thingies because I didn't realise it wasn't lined up at the back there. With the size of the vault. I'm fucking sorry and I miss your nipples.
New main objective available.
Open the character selection panel, then select the Evil Genius portrait to highlight and follow your Evil Genius. With the Evil Genius selected, interact anywhere in the highlighted area to move your genius.
What highlighted area?
Yeah, actually, the CD key one is a lot cheaper than Steam at the moment.
Woo!
34 quid compared to 31.5 quid.
I mean, you
Yes.
walked into that one, you don't. I think that's.
Although
the
I
thing.
don't like the look of what they're doing for DLCs, because they're doing things like minion packs.
Oh
Let's
no.
proceed.
Yeah, so it's like, well, that's low effort.
New main objective available.
You need a control room to send minions into the world. Let's lay down a plan for one.
I think I might need a corridor. I'm supposed to put it here. You know what? This is the back door, so supposedly this is the one that they can't get to, or the one that's harder to get to. So
I think that's the deluxe one you're looking at, Matt. The regular one is 23.
how do you cancel?
99. No
No
one
one
died. No one is going to get that reference other than you and myself. No one.
How do you?
Danny has seen it once and won't remember because
How-
it's not maths related or jockstrap related.
How do you unselect stuff in this game?
Couldn't tell you that, and actually played myself.
There's an undo, but it's not allowing me to undo.
The CD keys has become more annoying now.
Yeah? That sucks.
It's complaining at me my password's not strong enough and insisting I set a new one that must use 4 different types of character, lowercase, uppercase, digits, special characters.
Well, I'll let you in on a secret thought.
I don't even have an account. I always.
Check out his guest.
To maintain criminal networks across the globe. The more broadcast strength you generate with your radio repeaters, the more of the world.
Yeah,
you can
I wouldn't normally
infiltrate.
trust these
For
sort
now,
of things, but
let's
CD
just
keys has
infiltrate a
been...
little bit.
That's just a little bit of infiltration.
Beg your pardon?
If you use a password manager, then you're giving your password to it.
I think he means hire somebody.
So then
To
you've still
be-
got to give them the passwords. That's the thing about password managers. It's like, well, you're just bringing in an additional third party. Or I could remember them. I have a system for having unique passwords per website that I can remember, except for when the website decides to have its own stupid rules.
So apparently I can't have the dog then, Husker, because I didn't sign up to a newsletter. Is that?
Does it wander around your base or something?
I don't know.
Up next,
Da,
I'm
da, da,
intrigued
da.
to see the results.
So I made a mistake and typed in evil genius dog into Google, right? And I just got this over and over again.
Husky.
Old school memes.
kind of want to quote, "You shouldn't be able to remember passwords." It's a terrible thing to say. That's terrible.
You heard him, Danny.
Sign up before launch week ends for a free in-game item asterisk. Available at launch. Sign-ups after launch will be sent their item on the 7th of April. Requires email sign-up. You may unsubscribe at any time, but if you do so before you get your Mr. Scruffles, you will not receive Mr. Scruffles.
See, I have a system for passwords that generates strong passwords that I can remember, which I'm obviously not going to spoil because that kind of gives away part of the thing. I've posted a link to the XKCD comic that just explains an example of having a password system. I don't know if someone can if Braz, you can repost that as a link, or if you want to.
I mean, I can do.
I don't think I can post links.
Wait, hang on. Why have I got construct 2 more freaking generators? Oh, did I do some of... You know what it is? I built more generators than I needed, and now it wants me to build more.
You can have a perfectly strong password with just alphanumeric characters. It's when they post arbitrary rules that I've got to use special characters and numbers.
Let's do it this way instead. My intent is to build a corridor this way. I know I can fast forward, but since I've got optional missions, I thought I'd get them done. How do I hire 6 more minions?
Go down to the docks. Offer
No,
freebies.
hire minions. Oh, apparently I'm already hiring.
A new criminal network has been established.
I'm
I'm
not
assuming
hiring when I need 20 seconds.
It's because they got breached and had to reset all their password. Again, I'm not worried about that because I use a different password per website.
Ha! The 80 quid collector's edition is sold out. If anybody was interested, like Meeks, your collector's edition Muppet, you got a Steam key asterisk, which will lead somewhere else on the page that I can't see at this moment. The season pass. The limited edition collectible of a Maximilian statue,
Boss, send me into the world, and I'll come back with
which
plenty
presumably
of
they will send you.
Come back.
If it's physical, I don't know. It doesn't say. Given that you only get a Steam key and you don't get a
No,
like a
I'm not having you
box
coming
or
back
anything, I don't.
here. Tracking
You will get a
justice
print
over
edition
kids like
of an
mine.
official magazine.
Why is it a waste of time when I don't need a password manager? In fact, isn't using a password manager taking more time?
And where would we be?
And you're screwed if you haven't got your password manager?
Take a little gold for yourself, then send the rest back here. Use your share to live a quiet life. Or else.
But I should probably stop sniping like this.
New main objective available.
Minions will
fight,
travel
fight,
to the world
fight,
and
fight,
run any
fight,
scheme
fight.
you select. You will receive small amounts of gold as they progress.
Oh hey, look, hats awake.
stretch.
You know how I know he's awake? Because he's playing Valheim. You know how I know he's playing Valheim? Because he's sending me screenshots of him playing Valheim.
To be fair, most people should use a password manager. People that don't have a system or have stupid passwords.
I thought you were about to say, to be fair, most people should play Valheim.
No, that's also true.
To be fair, most people should.
I've now got... There's no possible way I'm going to need more fucking generator capacity than that. Okay, that should be all things done. Oh wait.
Of course you do, Meeks. Why wouldn't you?
Networks are idle.
You cultist.
Consider running some schemes.
Now, Husker,
Oh.
is Frickton more or less than Fuckton?
In my case, I'm old. I had to develop a system before password managers were a thing.
Thorn is super old school. Now here's the thing, right? Thorn's old school and had this sort of system set up. Adam's system was, hey Thorn, what was my password for X?
And now
He
the system,
never knew.
hey everybody, what is my password for X?
He never knew what his password for anything was. And if Thorn wasn't available or was at work or something, sometimes I would get a call. It's like, do you know what my password is for this game or this website? I'd be like, no. By the end of the year, I did know what his passwords were for those things.
To be fair, he now has a little book with them all in instead, which is, technically worse.
Well, it's only technically worse if the person trying to gain access is in his house.
I remember having a conversation with a work colleague, also IT person, also had decent password system. So they were like, how come in video games or movies you always find passwords on post-its? That's so unrealistic. And I'm like, no, it really isn't. Could have a movie when the password was written on a post-it stuck to the number pad of the door, and I'd be like, yeah, that's totally true to reality.
Yeah. I'd say the best example of an example of that was my cousin. This was ages ago, like decades ago. Was visiting them in the south, and he had his password scratched into his computer desk, and he'd had to change it at some point. So there was another one beneath it, and the top one just had been scratched out. And I was like, "Fuck! Put it on a post-it. You can scrumple that up." Yes, Meeks, sure it is.
Oh, wait, I should be building stuff, shouldn't I? Prison items. Didn't you used to experiment with people when they're in?
Once this interrogation chair is built, we can use it to make prisoners tell us their secrets.
Oh, hey Matt, you're like HMRC now, so I don't know if they still do the same things. But while Cisco and I were there, we got I know he's told it on stream before, but we got the best password ever, because it was always consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant, and they were auto-generated and they were given to you, and you were supposed to destroy them. But I had to keep the one that was Pig Rim Job. That was the best password I ever had, and that one was for...
I had blowjob cum.
Yep, blowjob cum and Pig Rim Job, and I kept that small bit of paper for God knows how long. I think we lost it in the move, because it was an official government, a small little bit of paper with which Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs and the seal on it. It was an official government sanctioned and given password, which was just Pig Rim Job. And I was like, yep, keeping that.
Tell you what, I never forgot it when I had
Yeah, but the problem was then they changed it, and all I ever wanted to type in was pig rim job into the computer. Let me back in. I don't remember what any of my other ones were. I think they cycled quarterly. Was it quarterly? You got a new one?
Yeah, it was like every 90 days. Every 90 days.
Something like that. I was very disappointed when my next one was just gibberish.
Who's got an exclamation? Can I?
Your criminal networks are idle. Consider running some schemes.
Say what? Oh hey, do you still send out your minions to get money?
Yeah, that's literally what this is.
Ah, as I say, I'm slowly remembering little bits from the first game. I remember what I used to do was send out all the minions right at the beginning to just get money and leave it.
It takes a while to.
One of the worst bits of the first game because you send them on the map. That's it. You don't have any interaction with what they're doing. They're just minions not in your base, and while they're not in your
That's
base,
literally what's happening right now.
Yeah.
That hasn't changed.
No, that hasn't changed.
Oh. But interrogating people with washing machines has. Sheesh.
I can only assume they couldn't get that working because it was. I think it was pretty dodgy in the first one. Didn't they have pathing issues all the time?
Yeah.
Also, because of that, they've reduced the amount of furniture.
Select a scientist scheme.
Like,
Special schemes
the mess hall only has tables that serve minions. It doesn't have a giant novelty blender anymore.
I can't remember that without
Well, that's the thing, Husker. You were issued the passwords and told to destroy the paper immediately, and everyone went, "Well, I'm never remembering this, and it's changing again shortly, so it's going in." People used to have it behind their ID passes. Yeah. So
Yeah.
This is just stuff it in there.
One of the systems I maintain briefly used a what's it called? Now I think it's now no, it's Objective Animal. That's it. Have you ever heard of the Objective Animal system?
No.
The generated password is an objective and an animal. It's actually what Metal Gear Solid 5 uses to name all your troops. So you have things like Sleeping Lemur or Angry Badger.
I was going to say we had some great ones in that game. I can't remember any of them now, but yeah.
But
Sleazy
that was
Weasel.
just that system, which is because normally those sort of systems don't come with anything. All they do your new account's password is password. Please change it immediately. So
Yeah.
I've seen worse from my. This is like a heavy-duty, expensive enterprise system.
Where's the progress bar on this current scheme that I've got running?
But I think they pulled it because it came up with some really terrible, inappropriate ones like Amorous Leopard or something like that.
Sleazy Weasel.
And it's always great over the phone saying to someone, "Okay, your new password is Sleazy Weasel."
Oh, that must.
Hey, what? Are you trying to infer something? No, seriously, it's just the software's no, I don't even know you.
Sloppy Panda. Meeks. What does amorous mean? Oh, come on, Meeks.
I'm probably mispronouncing it.
No, you're
It's
not.
A-M-O-R-O-U-S.
Amorous is the right way to pronounce it.
Okay.
That's just Meeks being Meeks.
New option
Wait, did that?
available.
Do they just keep going?
Frisky Pigeon. We're going to come up with our own gang.
Randy Robin?
No. Just no, Cisco. Frisky Pigeon is funny. Randy Robin is not.
Is it the alliteration that makes it not funny?
Partially. It's also very derivative. It's also Meeks exciting because it's winter and Christmas based.
I mean, that system amused the crap out of me because it's the same. I say it's the same system Peace Walker and Metal Gear Solid 5 used.
Okay, is that scheme just continuous You going or what?
Your money.
I set off a scheme just to run in the background while I was doing stuff.
What scheme? What was it?
Whatever was in this place. So this is 1:06, so I'm just going to check and see if... Because I don't want to cancel it. But I think it just clicks over again if you do it, basically. What about gold remaining? Is that the gold remaining in the country? Am I just sucking all the gold out?
Oh, by the way, I got an email that our Hunky Boys edition of Psycho Gorman had finally been shipped. They had a delay because the plastics used in pressing Blu-rays is the same plastics apparently that go into hypodermic needles. And there's a bit of a shortage in Canada at the moment for reasons. And it's finally on the way. The box, we got pictures. They're like, look, your box, as in the cardboard box and all your trading cards and stuff, because we obviously definitely need them. They're all ready. The Blu-ray box itself is ready, but the disc isn't.
People are complaining about beds and food. You have beds and food.
Maybe they're complaining that too many people are eating in their beds. That's how you get ants, you know.
I'm trying to remember. I'm sure I had like a trick for the previous one. Like you'd build stuff near you'd have like an open mess hall, and then in the back you'd have the rooms, so that if things got in, they had to basically go across the mess hall while all your minions or like a training camp.
Oh, the giant blender thorn in the middle of the mess hall.
Yes.
You would torture people in it, and everybody would be like, oh shit, we better do what we're told.
Yes, it was a way of ensuring loyalty.
Yeah.
You would torture people in front of...
everybody eating their meals.
For that matter, the actual buffs on your main character are more useful this time around. They're not just random. You don't need to... You can still murder people to give a buff, but you don't have to.
You don't have to murder.
Thorn doesn't have to murder, he chooses to.
But you might still want to.
Can I start up like a scheme in another country now? Like
the inflammation of Mix's sexual ardor.
Sure, why not? I'm scouting part of Africa.
What are you on the lookout for?
But
new optional objective available.
We have a new option and a new objective.
Complete 3 schemes and earn more money.
Who's paying you for these things?
Well, the schemes pay... Oh, I know who pays the...
The rewards. I love the fact that earn more money to get money. Back to your dictionary, Mix.
So I'm trying to figure out if these people are saying they don't get enough, or if it's just them saying this is what I'm going to do. Because I think you had to keep, like, you know, you had to have certain standards kept.
Especially if you had an inspection.
No, just sit and wait.
You love all words you're not familiar with, Meeks.
Wait. The heat reached maximum capacity when I was trying to get a freaking scientist?
Heat as in too many people are watching you and you need to wait for it to cool down, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Good news is, I just installed a criminal network in a different place so I can get myself another scientist with blackjack and hookers. That's pretty bad that you get this, like... Oh. Ouch. 4 my minions were killed in action, 1 was arrested and 1 deserted.
Yeah, the old game used to give you like little models of the minions on the map and they got knocked over.
Well, it didn't even like, give me an alert that it had failed, and given that it's a tutorial mission, I didn't think it was fucking possible.
Cisco failed the tutorial!
Well, I didn't. It's not like it's a random chance.
That was a callback, Cisco. When you grenaded the scientist in the face on Half-Life, retranslated.
Failed that tutorial.
You did. You're doing a tutorial and you shot your minion in the face.
I mildly grenaded someone. That hardly, you know, counts. I was thinking you're able to dig a corridor right into the thing. I wonder if you can just chuck people down.
Sarlacc pit.
I'm ready to uncover the mysteries
Yay.
of the universe for you, boss. What do you want me to research?
Hunky boys.
Interesting word. Research. Implies you're searching for something a second time.
Does it?
You better not be charging me for the same work twice.
I thought you were supposed to be a genius.
That's actually really disappointing to me. I'll tell you now, Maximilian uses exactly the same line.
Oh, that's lazy.
It made sense for him because he's all about money. And so I thought, he's not supposed to be bright. So I thought he was like, research? You're doing it twice? But no, apparently you get the same line from the fucking scientist.
Training room, I think, can be built quite close to the start.
That's actually really disappointed me because I thought each playthrough was supposed to be heavily, or not heavily, but unique. I know.
Each specialist minion type
Spoilers that you played. How far did you play for the first one?
Request a scientist trainer.
You gave in on the second island.
Cisco went all the way through.
But you might remember the first one ends with you building a weapon of mass destruction.
Yes.
Every one of the characters has their own weapon of mass destruction.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Again, the first one did that. It was in the Steam page saying, like, they advertised like it's a big difference. It's like it's exactly the same as the first game. Now I'm really worried that every single campaign is exactly the same as the first game. Just what color character did you take?
So the first game with a different UI and less features.
Oh, jeez. Did that say 30 minutes?
I think it said heat remaining 30.
No. There's 30 minutes to complete, I think. The previous one was 3.
Husker says yes. And I trust Husker.
Yeah. total gold 20,000, but it requires 3 workers for 30 minutes. I don't know whether I should launch another one because I'm assuming more schemes are going to be required.
Your scheming face.
See, I'm okay with the idea that things on the map take longer if there was more. No, what other word am I looking for? If there was more like seeing stuff or more feedback.
Yeah,
Even if it was like some stupid little cartoon animation of them like advancing through a bank or something. I'm not, because they might improve stuff in patches. You never know. So maybe they'll make the game.
Yeah, it is. They've literally just come out, so.
And let's face it, that's what sort of goes on these days.
Yes, everything.
Yeah, remake the game, but don't make any improvements.
So the game's as live service, or here's the concept, we will flesh it out in a bit.
So you automatically hire minions anyway as time goes on.
Now that's also weird because they've dumbed it down. In the first game, you might remember. I say they dumbed it down. Maybe it changes later on. But in the first game, you set the amount of money to spend on minion recruitment, and depending on what you set, it's how often you got a new minion.
Objective available.
With the correct training furniture built in your training room, you can
No, the thing is, it's been such a long time
become
since I've played the game. I only have
Head to the
vague
minion
memories of
training
it.
screen
I know I
to
really
training
enjoyed it
of
for a
some
while.
new scientists.
I enjoyed it up until the second island, and in this credit, this one doesn't do the island swap.
You should request 2 scientists to be trained.
I don't remember it that well, but I didn't play it anywhere near as much as you did.
It's also because I screwed myself over, because as you know, you collect things in this game, like loot and stuff, and I spent as much time as possible on the first island grabbing whatever I could before I moved, and then it dumps it all outside your base.
They'll learn faster if another minion is able to teach them.
So I think if you did the island move quicker, as soon as you got it available in the first game, it was less painful.
Yes, 'cause that was something that really knocked me, but it was moving, like constantly moving there.
I'm neutral on the traps in this. They are better than the first game. The first game, they were completely pointless. I'm still worried because I haven't seen the end game in this, and the instance with the first game was that by the time you got to the end game, all the people sent to attack your base could just waltz over traps.
They were all immune to traps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by they're completely useless. I don't know if that's the case in this one. I do know I still get annoyed because you'll still see agents waltzing through your base past all your valets and stuff, and none of them doing a thing until you tag the agent.
You have to manually tag the enemy.
Yep. You had to do that in the first one too.
I don't remember. Really? Did I have to do that? That would have annoyed the fuck out of me, surely.
The thing is, back then, that sort of micromanagement was more common.
Optional objective complete.
I just realised a couple of things I've done wrong. First of all, my prison has no door on it.
It's a new age prison. It's based on the honor system.
I don't know how big a laboratory I need.
A whiteboard is essential for scientists to perform research. As we unlock more potent research, we'll need to provide them with more advanced equipment.
Now, last time I put everything in, and then
New optional objective available.
And then it told you needed to put other things in?
Well, no, then it told me that for optional extras I could put other things in, but I'd already put them in. So it was optional extras. Add 2 more generators, and I'd already added 3 when it only told me to add 1. So it didn't give me the optional thing straight away. For now, I'm just going to confirm what it's told me to confirm, and then see what happens optional extra wise. See, it's done it again, the fuckers. Establish additional criminal networks after I established one. Can I establish more in the world?
It did. I did see some things mentioning this in the reviews, that the tutorial is not only heavy, but very fixed.
I think I can only. All right.
Holy crap!
Build mode.
I just looked at the page for Evil Genius 2 on Steam. And the first review is a negative review, which is fine. But holy crap, I've never seen such a long Steam review before.
Haven't they got a limited amount of characters?
I thought they did limit how much you could type in, and I wish it told me how many characters were. That's a long fucking review. I was just going to start reading some of them. We used to do it on JHR. It was funny. We used to find the most ridiculous reviews. All negative, obviously, because negative are better. But, yikes. They are dumbing it down. They are bitching about the dumbing down.
Which is fair. It has been dumbed down, but it hasn't been dumbed down to the point of being a mobile game, which is something else that annoys the crap out of me these days.
Putting a door on your prison is usually a good idea. I don't think Thorne's seen the trap system in this game because we haven't got to it yet.
I've already replied to that.
He's answered that. Cisco's playing a game. He ain't paying attention to you low-lifes in chat. You lobies. That's why he definitely calls you. Definitely heard him use that. Definitely.
I've never used that term in my life.
New main objective available.
Open the research screen and take a look at all the diabolical opportunities. Choose any research project and set your
Here's one.
scientists researching it.
Nice, easy bullet points. The overall consensus is inferior to the first game. Its pros are it has nice graphics. The Evil Genius themselves can actually defend themselves. There are more flaws. Minions don't get massacred in the casino. Anyone can use the fire extinguishers, and the music is alright. The cons are that it's a boring world map with no acts of infamy. It's an annoying AI advisor.
I am the brains of the operation.
Low-ranking agents can now disable your traps. Well, that makes them all worthless. Minions go one group at a time during schemes. Supers spawning in the middle of your base when summoned. Bad AI, lots of micromanaging. Heat can stack up way too fast. No base planning.
Side stories or objectives that will unlock
You have to do them all in one go. Oh, apparently that's why me and Thorn are here, Cisco, because you're too busy.
New optional objective available.
Bet you this optional objective is to put everything in the freaking research lab.
You should start by learning about how guards work. Once you have done that, you can learn about new minion types.
See, finish scouting any region. I did that before.
What we need is a little more muscle around here. You there? How much can you lift?
About 70 kilos on a good day. 80 if I use both hands.
This guy would not be approved by Matt. Positive review time. Lots of complaining about the gates and whatnot, but the fact remains that if you want a game where you can be a supervillain and run a supervillain lair, this is the only game that does that. I could never get into Dungeon Keeper, it's crap. But I got into this really fast. Thumbs up.
I hate that person already.
The UI is easy to understand. And Mrs. Moneypenny is in it. That
Dungeon Keeper
ticks
2
all
is
my
pretty much
boxes.
the pinnacle of these games to make. And one of the few instances of the sequel being better than the original.
Didn't EA put out like a Dungeon Keeper micropayment nightmare?
They did.
And it was that supposed to be a remake of the original? Or was that a new game entirely?
It was an EA cash grab. It had the words Dungeon Keeper in the title.
According to Matt, I am mistaken and that never happened.
Research has been paused.
Why has my research been paused?
Research has resumed.
Pro tip, skip the tutorial. The tutorial for Evil Genius 2 seems to assume that you have never played a video game before.
Yeah, it's true, Cisco is already fighting it twice now.
Well, I kind of want to put all the science stuff in, and it every time
If you make a tutorial that comes across as a backseat gamer, then you've really failed.
Come on, can it not fit there? No, it can't have anything beside it. Everything there, nothing touching. But fine. I'm building the rest of the research things in case it helps. Probably doesn't.
A new criminal network has been established.
Yes, I know. That's one of two that you want me to do, you twats. I'm really hopeful this will fit now. It does. I can build another criminal network. Now I can launch the scheme to kidnap the guard. They're like 40-something% complete, so they're going to finish in about 20 minutes. Let's go. There we go.
Research has been paused.
What?
You tell him, Cisco.
How have I run out of power? Where does it tell me about power usage?
You mean you didn't have enough generators?
I've got 5 generators. I'm running 2 kitchens at whatever that is, and a blackboard.
Do you have a power usage table?
That's what I'm trying to find. There doesn't seem to be anything.
Because that kind of graph would be very handy.
Suppose I am running 4 of those, but I don't think I can fit another power unit in here.
New optional objective available.
Is the optional objective to get the freaking lights back on? There's nowhere to build it. Fine. Fine.
Your minions have kidnapped a specialist.
Did it tell you to put the power room there? I think it did, didn't it?
Choose to interrogate
no.
Okay. In the original, power rooms were one of the main targets for agents. I don't know if that's true anymore.
Well, at the back of the prison is it's not a particularly good place to target, as far as I'm concerned.
That is true. Like, I always used to make sure my power rooms were behind barracks, but again, I don't know the meta for the new one.
Well, here's the thing. I'm just gonna. This is, you know, a trial run. You never do strategy games perfect the first time round.
True.
What was my new optional? Interrogate an agent. I have to catch one first.
And this game is still better than the sequel to Startopia, which is rubbish.
Oh yeah, you said the very first game we ever streamed, Cisco, has a remake, reboot, whatever. It's not a sequel, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. It's a reboot, not a sequel.
Oh, okay. And apparently it's shit, so yay!
They
Do you
got
remember
it.
No.
We had a very brief stream meme from it where you fucking hated lamps. I don't know if you recall that.
Like, the only thing I can remember the
hating
first.
lamps.
I remember that stream is that there were bombs in that game, and back in then we didn't have. When you first started streaming, we didn't have the facility of doing this. Chat, right? Because I was in text and I was there going, "There's a bomb on your base. There's a bomb on your base," in the text chat, and you're totally oblivious to me doing that.
There's a bomb on your base.
And then at one point you looked at the chat and you went, "There's a bomb," and then like 5 seconds later something exploded.
But yeah, you hated the lamps in that game, and you started screaming that you hated lamps, so that became a thing.
The first game, the it's not quite the narrator. What do you call this guy? The guy that's giving you instructions here, not the tutorial guy, except for it's for the full game. The assistant. Let's call it the assistant.
This game.
The assistant in the first one.
I want to say, I've put in like everything to get all the side quests, and he never told me to put in more than 3 generators. So it really underestimates, because I've just put a 4th generator in. Sorry, a 6th generator in, and it hasn't brought the power back on. Also,
Startopia's assistant was very Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy themed, and it was pretty decent. And the new one, they've forgotten that. They've tried to do a GLaDOS, but with terrible writing, so it just comes across as insulting.
Oh no. Does it still have the space brothels?
Still does. It's still pretty much the same game, but just with an assistant that's constantly demeaning you.
There's an agent there. Can I do something with
You
him?
have to tag him? Is he just standing in
I
front
can-
of you?
Is he? No, he's actually inside. Now, your minions will do nothing. There's 3 little buttons on the lower part of his panel.
There is?
Yep. On his information panel on the left.
Oh.
Your minions are in combat.
Is he Mr. Fantastic? What? Is he the father from The Incredibles? Zoom in, Cisco. Let's see. We're missing all the juicy close-ups.
I think he's a guard. I think I brought a guard back, kidnapped him, and then attacked him.
One, you
when he
captured
arrived.
him. World map. He's not an agent.
Ah, okay. Also, those handcuff symbols kind of
Except
look like
it says agent.
those handcuff symbols kind of look like penis and testicle graffiti.
Select the holding cell and then select escort prisoner. After that, select the interrogation device. For now, that's the interrogation chair.
Oh. But I want to put him in the blender.
Doesn't seem to let me select the interrogation chair. Oh, bloody hell, it's right click, that's... Do you get a power usage output plus 10? What? And they take... it doesn't say.
If you click on your power, does that bring up the bar or anything?
Well, you can turn things off, on and off though.
Move your mouse down to the way it says 6. If you click there, does it tell you anything
Oh,
else?
it does, yeah. Generated 89, used 83, available 6.
You need a lot more generators.
Yeah. I see one of the research things will get you generators, better generators.
An intruder has given us their secrets.
Laser doors,
Guards are important to the security of your
improved
lair,
mining
but can
techniques.
disappear quicker than a dry martini. Build 2 guard trainers so that your minions can top up their wilting numbers post-haste.
Get some breeding.
Once constructed, we can use the minion training screen to request our minions start their training to become fully fledged guards. Won't that be nice?
Hire 25 more minions. They're going to establish another criminal network. I think I've actually got the thing to do that now, though, haven't I? Wait, no. I've done 3, so I can do a 4th. Can I do America? Cisco does America? Yes. I can do America.
I think Anthony has something specific that Matt suggested that he seems to want you to play.
New main objective available.
Head to the minion training screen to request some advanced minions. We have 2 guard trainers, so set your lair to always try and maintain 4 guards. When they are defeated in combat, your minions will quickly train and create new guards to take their place at your side. Wow, look at them go. I could do that, but I don't want to. Guards are just one of the muscle-type minions you will be able to find as you expand your empire.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, all of this is relatively nice so far. Gentle. I could use a drink as well, as this minion apparently also needs a drink. Most of the stuff I haven't looked at, by the way, is decor, which I'm not good at. Because I never see the point. I don't know about you, Thorn. Is there any point to decor?
If it doesn't provide any stats, then no, I don't tend to put decor down.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it provides anything. Output none. 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 None.
That first one did something.
Was that you saying you wanted
Which
to
one?
drink?
So, you know, several of them suggested they do something. Go look at the very first one in the deco.
Makes the air silky smooth. Oh, slows thingy drain.
Yeah, so some of them do have some passive. And I think the water fountain also had a side effect.
Provides the. Oh yeah. Okay, that I can see me putting in a little bit. So let's put a few water fountains around. Hydration is important, people. What was the first one? Air conditioning unit. Again, I think that's important. Does it need somebody standing beside it to operate?
My only worry now is like, does that limit the pathing around it?
It probably does limit the pathing a little bit.
Did you say that hydrangeas are important?
I said hydration is important. Thank you.
Research has resumed. New main objective available.
Now that you have enough guards to support them, request some guard posts towards the entrance to your lair.
Hey, Karen.
Oh, guard post, okay.
Oh yeah, I'd forgotten the first game had like radio broadcasts of different parts of the world reacting to your schemes. So yeah, between the lack of the radio broadcasts and the dumbing down and the researching, they have cut some of the character.
Yeah, a little bit, and I noticed there's. Oh, I should probably go back to the world map, I'm supposing. Did I finish the? I think. Oh no, they're at 88% done. But I've got 2 areas now, so let's see what can I do. Heat -50. I don't think I need to do that.
I also don't know how this game handles high alert. You won't remember it, but in the first game, your basic minions didn't carry guns unless there was an alert going on. And it was actually pretty neat because you'd slam the alert on and you get to see them all run to gun lockers to start picking up guns.
Yeah, you also had to install gun lockers.
Yeah. And I really like that, but in this one, in the first one, it got to the point where in the end game, you had to be on alert permanently because there were too many agents.
Not quite yet, Novus.
Alright, there's only a couple of minutes and those really long schemes are ending. Let's go back. He's almost finished constructing the guard post. Oh!
Discovered something.
Go to the research menu. Aha, I've discovered how to have more minions.
What kind of discovery is that?
We have picked up some movement near your lair. Keep an eye out for
I'm trying
incoming
to
agents.
decide what else I'm doing.
The tutorial guide, the assistant just warned you about incoming agents.
Yeah, I know.
So do you have a casino?
No, it's a holiday resort.
Okay.
Oh.
That's the other thing, because I don't know. The first game, the disguise for your base was unfinished. Didn't do anything.
I love the choice. I've got a choice of research clubs or research stun clubs. I was going to be doing research on stun clubs.
What about nightclubs? What about stun nightclubs?
So here's the
Okay, so you do have a cover-up operation.
You got a cover operation of a hotel type place.
Guards like to use their muscles to defeat agents.
Is someone actually arriving on that boat?
Swift termination.
Welcome to our.
I need that intruder located and taken care of.
Oh, so there you go. Agents come in on the boat. Because you haven't actually got any guests, he's blatantly obvious.
So she said need them taken care of, and all I could think of was Mitchell and Webb.
Let's hope that he meets with a little accident.
Yes, it's going to be on the. And let's hope Agent Smith.
We spent 2 months hoping that he'd meet with a little accident before you made it blatantly clear it was an accident we were supposed to cause.
The assistant wants you to put on high alert. There's a big arrow in the bottom right of the screen.
That's not good for the... That's the resort. Now the resort has the flashing lights and shit, right?
He hasn't actually got any civilians in there yet.
Yeah, but...
Watch if your minions scurry to defeat the agents. Are they actually doing that? Are they scurrying?
They're standing at their thingy posts. I'm assuming he actually literally has to find a hack.
Yeah, but isn't that the cover that he's in now?
He hasn't got any guests arriving, so it's not cover yet.
Yeah, but would the lights still turn red and flash if he went on high alert?
They were. You weren't supposed to put high alert on unless it was high alert, but in the first game you eventually had to keep it on high alert.
See, that's just a normal minion. Can I...
Here's first level agent.
It's okay, because here come my guards. Kill him!
Nicely done. Turn off high alert.
I appreciate you haven't researched even clubs. Everybody has just fists.
Fisticuffs are an occupational hazard for your guards and lowers their vitality. A short stay in the infirmary can patch them right up.
Oh. Yes. Clearly, it would if you built an infirmary. You know what? Infirmary's fairly low risk, so I'm going to put it by the door. Opposite. Okay, that clearly is not going to work.
An intensive care pod like this can officially deal with 1,000 boo-boos per hour. Actual results may vary.
Shut up.
I know it doesn't. That's not too.
If a minion's vitality gets too low, they will go to the closest infirmary to attempt to heal. If their vitality reaches 0, then it might be time to hire a new minion.
I'm going to need more energy soon, because apparently energy's like the hardest thing to get. I'll use it really ridiculous. I've got 2 power left, and I've just installed 6 of those. So 4 of those, so you can almost certainly... Oh, blocks. Can I... Well, how do I undo the... You bastard in game. Fine. Fine. Fuck you all. No, can't go there. Or the I don't like it messing with my system. I don't have a system, but I don't like it messing with it anyway. I'm just going to put the 2 in this time.
It's lost you, Meeks, as in you don't understand, or you're bored.
It's fine. It's not the game. It's the training thus far that's kind of annoying. It hasn't really taught you about heat. Which my assumption is that, if an area's got lots of heat, you want to be doing something to cool it down.
New optional objective available.
So it's got the heat of 36, so you do something like this. Don't know, that takes 20 minutes. That takes 10 seconds. Oh, but costs 10,000 gold, okay. Fuck that. Is the Way of the Gods side story still going?
You haven't fully learned the Way of the God.
Oh yeah, no, it's we're up to part 6. Install something to make them to heal them after they've stubbed their toes.
A scheme has succeeded.
Actually, can you cancel something once you've selected it?
Meeks is very confused. He's not bored, he's confused.
Research has been paused.
Well done. Your horde of guards will be the first line of defense and help to keep the riffraff out. Collect the completed side story to continue your world domination.
Now this is more like it. Tell me, what do you bench press?
The biggest one.
Right. Okay. Not quite what I expected. How many bullet wounds would it take to kill you?
The biggest one.
Are you okay? Wait. I don't want to know. You're hired.
New main objective available.
Yep, can confirm that's exactly the same dialogue as Maximilian gets.
That's lazy.
That is really lazy.
It is indeed. Now I'm having to build another power room. This is because I like to put I like to be well equipped, giggity.
A scheme has
I'm reading
succeeded.
some of the reviews, reports, whatever you want to call these specific things. People's time with the game. And some of the things that are missing, even if they're just small things. Like apparently your gold vault is kind of redundant.
Redundant how?
It says, I'm quoting this person, it says, minions in the first game used to return from missions with briefcases of cash and take them to the vault. when they needed to buy something for your lair, they went to the vault, grabbed a briefcase, and went to the helipad to exchange it.
Another group of agents.
In number 2, money just appears in your vault as you gain it, and as you spend it, it just disappears. No one ever interacts with your vault, with the exception of agents who will come in to steal it, and in my experience, they just seem to teleport right into it when they appear on the map. This removes.
Okay, that sounds really lazy.
This removes an entire gameplay section of designing and defending your gold vault. If you're never
So I
going
was
to
about to
interact
point
with
out,
it, yeah.
your vault does set your max money, and Cisco is very close to his cap.
It's probably all the helicopters.
Says if you're never going to interact with it, then why don't you just put it somewhere you don't care and forget about it? I do
I'm really
remember them
hoping-
running off with briefcases to the helicopter to buy my stuff. I do remember that.
Yeah, I do remember them running back and forth. That's actually really disappointing then. They've deleted some, lost some more of the character.
Anything.
For once, you make a good point.
They're also complaining about the world map and the missions and saying that you used to be able to send different types of minions to increase your chances of the mission succeeding. And then, you know, hopefully they wouldn't die and they would come back.
One of the highlighted schemes is near one of your criminal networks.
It says here, once you send your minions in Evil Genius 2, they never come back, which is an odd simplification to say the least. But now regions generate a passive money tick, in addition to be able to actively do schemes for money. However, they also passively gain heat, eventually causing tougher agents to come calling at your lair. I found that after I got into the mid-game, I only occasionally activated a mission for money, as the passive tick was plenty. However, every few minutes I would have to go back to the map and click the generic reduce heat button for every province and then leave. Well, the thing is, Anthony, I remember a lot of the humour and silliness from the first game. I don't remember too much about the gameplay because it was never my kind of game.
Optional objective.
But I remember.
You remember the character, and again, they've
Yeah.
taken that all out.
I remember that sort of. I remember the daftness. I remember blending agents or deserters in the mess hall while everybody was eating, just so it was like, hey, don't you dare think about deserting, otherwise you'll be in the giant blender or the washing machine. Oh yeah, they mentioned deserters here. It says deserters in Evil Genius 1. If a minion got too low on morale, they would try and desert. You could have your guards beat them up, stick them in a cell for a while, and eventually they'd realise they were wrong and they'd come back to work for you. In Evil Genius 2, deserters you just have to kill. It says if you capture them, it'll tick down to their escape. If you interrogate them, they die. There's also the brainwashing machine, which was, I remember that from the first game, and that was all kinds of disturbing. Which will turn agents into minions.
A criminal network has too much heat and has locked down.
I wonder if not Jackie Chan is still in it.
Also,
oh yeah,
the only
The previous one also came out at the sort of time where video games could fly under the radar of stuff like that.
I launched a bunch of schemes to lower heat. The slower lowering heat ones.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently they gained too much heat even though they were lowering the heat. So now 3 of the regions are locked down, and the 4th one that I've got a network on, if I do that mission, it will probably gain too much heat. No, okay, that might get there. Or I captured a valet and I just haven't noticed. No, it's still saying kidnap one. So I think some of the world thing is... So the place I launched in, and I checked, it had plenty of spare heat capacity. Oh, this one's now heat free. Need some money, bitches. Speaking of, I need to build a bigger vault. I'm assuming you can build extra vaults.
Night Meeks. Enjoy your hike. That's hike, not Nike, by the way, you brand hole.
He didn't hear anything but Nike.
Nothing, Meeks. Go to bed.
Oh yeah, I can't build in that yet.
Meeks was about to get off, but he heard something about Nike, so he came back.
Your minions have kidnapped a specialist. Once they're in a holding cell, you can choose to interrogate them.
Oh. What's your other options?
I don't think there is any other options, I think.
You can choose to interrogate them or not.
New optional objective available.
At some point later, there's going to be an optional objective to expand your vault, and I've already done it.
It's not slightly worse, but you basically make gold bars obsolete by researching a different type.
It's more than that, Husker. He's immediately erect.
Depends which brand name. I was really excited for Smeg. Was it Smeg? No, it was Smegma. No,
I beg your pardon.
It was
Mix is
Smeg.
really excited about Smegma, isn't
It was the brand of cookery things, wasn't it? Smeg?
Yeah, there's kitchen appliances and stuff. Smeg brand, and I said with him being Liverpudlian, a Scouse, he really should know better. There you go. You just added quote 1006. Apparently a while ago you broke the 1,000,
Your
Danny.
minions are in combat.
Why are they in combat? They kidnapped this guy.
It was complaining there was no cell for him, so possibly they just let him go on the honor system because there was no cell.
Don't try and escape, okay?
Powered down.
You're under arrest. Oh shit, we haven't got anywhere to put
Sit.
you. Well,
Sit on that bench and wait.
Research has resumed.
To be fair, I am seldom anyone else.
You can guarantee that when you get the valley, it asks for stuff. So I wonder if some of the other stuff in the rooms has, use.
A scheme has succeeded.
It's all the same stuff, isn't it?
We have captured an intruder.
Select the holding cell and then select escort prisoner. After that, select the interrogation device. For now, that's the interrogation chair.
We didn't watch the interrogation last time.
I think you're going to be disappointed.
Certainly am with the way this is.
Spin! Whee! You're making somebody dizzy somewhere.
Give me all your secrets about being a valet.
How do you buff shoes? Oh, like this. Are you tickling
He's
your feet?
tickling her feet.
Ah.
And we tried. So every time we buff foods, we rip their feet off and kill them.
An intruder has given us their secrets.
Interrogation
died?
reveals to us how to build new training furniture. Build the new
Okay.
item in your training room.
They've revealed their secret.
And died.
No. Let's take it
Your
on notes.
criminal networks are idle. Consider running some
Can't
schemes.
remember. In the first one, did they just disappear into body bags, or did minions have to actually body bag them up?
They probably.
I
turned
think
into
they
body
disappeared into body bags. Right. The same with criminal networks are idle. That's fine. 3 minutes, go for it.
New optional objective available.
Fucking hell. I was so close to being max heat. Oh, fudge. I selected the wrong one, I just paid a fortune to get rid of the heat.
A scheme has succeeded.
That counts as completing a scheme.
Or you could always silent green them, Aston.
Ooh, I am so very short of money right now. Interrogate minion.
New main objective available.
Head to the minion training screen to request some advanced minions. Request the amount of this specialist you want in your lair. Your minions will always try to keep to this number. Your workers will start to train automatically. They'll learn faster if another minion is able to teach them.
Oh, doesn't tell you what the other ones are going to be.
Nope.
Am I mistaken, or did you have a mime?
Research has been
I
paused.
don't remember having a name. You might have.
Research has resumed.
I am constantly building. I should probably stop for a bit anyway. Let some money build up as I've just realized I spent all in all. I spent all my money ironically building a new vault.
To hold your money.
Those the whole gold bars aren't cheap.
Why is all my money in gold anyway? Surely it should be in something else. You know, it should all be electronic these days.
Bitcoin.
Oh God, no.
Glug 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 glug. Just the Cisco version.
It'd all be in graphics cards.
What about rare comics? Really fine whiskies.
You just drink your money then. All your finances. Fine asses. And finances.
If I ever win the lottery, I am going to buy a few expensive whiskies and then go. Tastes pretty much the same.
On stream.
What I suppose we'd still stream. I wasn't 100% certain we would, but.
Cis coin purse.
So yeah, you train a valet and then you. So now it looks like it's a actual hotel.
Now people are turning up.
Can you like build better hotel facilities? Because quite frankly, it doesn't have any bedrooms.
Well, you have that section to the left there.
Yeah, no,
What's
but
that
I'm
for?
assuming it.
One thing I do notice is have a look at the machines in the right-hand room.
Cover operation.
Yeah, but have a look at the machines you've actually already got in the cover operation, because I think some of them are actually don't do anything. I think they're like broken ones.
Oh, broken.
Yeah, like look,
New main objective available.
I think you have to replace them with an actual
To
working
ensure
one.
Your cover operation is perceived as legitimate. You need some activities for your guests to use.
On the right side, they're worth quite a bit.
Tables to be built in your cover
Hopefully they
operation.
cost the same as the new ones to replace them. Cisco was just saying he's running out of money.
He has 40% capacity now.
Start selling some of the broken ones, Cisco. Make room.
A scheme has succeeded.
Distracting agents drains their resolve and reduces the time they have to find
Kind of
suspicious
silly
activity
because the
in your
game doesn't tell you they're
before heading
broken,
back
not
to
doing
their
anything.
HQ.
Can you repair them? Or do you have to sell
No.
them?
It did say you can't repair them, you've got to sell them.
Oh.
Yeah, get rid of all these abandoned crates as well.
Who is buying abandoned crates for that much?
Depends what's in
Is it
them.
a mystery lot on eBay or something?
I'll leave the
You're
planters.
selling those loot boxes because you're evil.
Scientists have made a breakthrough. A scheme has succeeded.
Okay, I now have stun batons. Shall I research some traps?
If you want to. Although remember that the low-level agents can now
What, ignore them?
circumnavigate them. A casino, Anthony. It's like it's supposed to be a hotel, but he has no beds or anything. He just has some broken casino machines and equipment.
What about this? Global operations. Computer consoles allow the generation of intel while being worked on by minions, and it is crucial for advanced. I don't have that yet. Reinforced door. Laser door.
Lasers.
Capacitor. Oh.
Yes.
Improved mining techniques. I think I'm going to go with that one.
Research has begun.
I'm going to get back to getting rid of everything in the cover base. That is abandoned crates. Anything that's abandoned or broken.
We have picked up some movement near your lair. Keep an eye out for incoming agents.
Well, I haven't built a extension to the casino within which to put a casino door.
As of yesterday, there had been 2 hot fixes for the game.
A scheme has succeeded.
I've got 2 roulette tables and a drinking fountain. I'm the best hotel destination ever.
Nowhere for anyone to sleep.
There's nowhere to sleep.
The hotel bit is a bit of a lie.
Look at our roulette table.
That's all that I can put in there is roulette tables. Tag agent
for distract. This will ensure your minions remove the offending agent.
Does the disguise decor do anything? Is there anything that like saps their resolve?
Any unwanted guests to a safe spot within your cover operations.
What you should have, Thorn, is like pin-up calendars of sexy ladies to have the agents stand and stare at them for agents.
So these guys are having their smarts drained. Is there anything I can do about that?
Just replenish them.
New optional objective available.
Yeah, I'm sure that some of the
wasn't there like 5 stats they could lose, and you had to put them in certain places?
Yep. There's now only 3, I think.
Oh.
Actually, wasn't it in that review you posted?
It might be.
I've got slows some drain, but I've got.
Yep, there's only 3 stats now.
Oh yeah.
Well, the only other thing I saw was I saw in the hospital there was one for brain. There. This helpful hologram reminds your minions that they have brains. But I don't think it can go outside the hospital.
I
don't know if the agent got distracted. I wasn't paying attention. I got distracted.
Maybe you were the agent all along.
So all the room types seem to have all the same stuff in. So it really doesn't look like there's anything to stop the brain drain except in the hospital. That's not really useful, is it? Tell you what, did I not?
Didn't the brainwash? You had a brainwash machine that sucked their brain out and pushed it around.
I researched clubs. Where's my club?
I don't know.
Am I supposed to get a club rack?
Presumably under items. It's not under room type. Or do items only show up in the right room? Do you need like a barracks or something to put them in?
Yeah, you need to check which room it goes in. It just doesn't seem to be anything here for a club rack. Why is he not being distracted? Okay.
Is that just a guest?
Yeah.
Should guests be able to open that door?
Yep. Same issue as the first one. Guests just got through doors and wandered around your base.
But yeah, I researched.
Stun clubs, yes.
Yeah, stun clubs. Why can't I not use stun clubs?
Maybe
Is it
they're
automatic?
I was going to say maybe they're automatically going to use them.
So maybe they don't use them unless the alarm's going.
No, it specifically says unlock stun club rack. Unlocks club rack.
Does it say what room the club rack goes in?
No, it's probably like a security room that you need.
Try. Maybe it comes under general furniture. Or decor. Should be silly.
Well, where would that be though? I've tried corridor. Oh, what's this? You can build a broken toilet?
Why? Or does that drive agents crazy if you put them in your... The toilet doesn't work.
I don't know what this is for. This monitor? I have a monitor.
Yeah, but what does it do?
It says it monitors your thing across the room, across the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, Anthony. It's just...
Yeah, it is a bit...
Maybe when he gets out of the tutorial?
New main objective available.
Once a minion's morale has fallen to critical levels, they'll need to relax in the staff room.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, I'll give them a better staff room than that.
An EGTV will fill their day with shows where the villains always win. Ideal for
Okay.
that quick pick-me-up. A minion will always attempt to rest before their morale becomes critical. If their morale drops this low, it can mean they've been talking with agents or tourists.
I mean, to be fair, I did start this saying you'll be underwear.
Well, Thorn did brief you all.
I mean, maybe I've made it worse by starting with this game is disappointing, but you know.
have not, Thorn, no. It's more just remembering the first game and going, oh yeah, I remember that, such and such. I remember having... There's not much about the first game I do remember, except, like you said, the character of the game, the humour and the fun, and I remember having my favourite henchman minion who had the rocket launcher. That's all I remember. Do you remember him?
I remember him, yeah.
He was awesome.
The thing about it is, it is a resource strategy game, so these things take a while to get going.
That's the thing. The first game, I'm not sure I'd call the first game good. It had character, but it got really annoying by the end because of its flaws.
Which everybody hoped would be fixed for this version.
Research has resumed.
You know he means Dungeon Keeper. You know he means Dungeon Kong. Donkey Keeper.
So clearly you're supposed to expand the casino into this area, but it's like, well, why?
He means Dong Konky.
We're expanding the bedroom as well.
But I do miss the... I've forgotten the minions in the first one used to have to get the briefcases. I'd forgotten that sort of...
Oh yeah, the briefcases, yeah.
Just come running in, and agents
yeah,
could interrupt them.
the first one, your base was just a constant hive of activity because of people running around on errands.
Well, here's the thing, like they were saying, when you send people off to do stuff on the map, you've just lost them. They don't come back. They're gone. And you used to be able to send different level minions with different skills, and you could even send your unique henchmen.
I don't even know if they're in this game.
I would assume they'd have to be. They were a major part of it. And if the rocket launcher guy is not in it, then I ain't playing it.
I think they are because there's a grayed out button that looks suspiciously like that button for that sort of thing.
Do you know what we need you to do?
Carry luggage, open doors. I also play a mean game of Baccarat.
Do you cheat? I hope so. I have no luggage, all my doors are automatic, and I don't have time for losers. And smile. Make them think there's nothing going on back here.
New optional
Okay.
objective available.
That was bad, but okay.
Just one more side story to go.
And the thing is the lines came across bad as Maximilian, but I assume that was because they had to write lines for every character, but I found out now it's just because they used the same lines and they didn't want to put any actual character into the lines.
I was about to say, is this coming out on mobile platforms? But I suppose if it's like they had an 80 quid edition, I'm guessing no, it's not.
One of the reviews I read said like it felt like they were trying to dumb it down to the point of a mobile game, but couldn't do that.
They just left it as it was.
Which makes no sense because you wouldn't do that. You design the game first.
Weaponized minion karaoke skills. So now you can put a few more things around. I mean, it's still a crap place to visit. I mean, seriously.
Well, they still can't sleep anywhere. They get off the boat and they're just like, okay, sleep wherever you can find. There's a couple of roulette tables in there. Have fun.
Well, I put some baccarat and some
I mean, fine, they're on a yacht, so possibly it's like a cruise.
Yeah.
And they're just stopping off at your island.
Yeah.
It does just... the assistant just said one more side story to go. It's like, until he shuts up? Because that would be good.
I think he's Clippy. The paper
Have
clip.
you almost finished the tutorial?
Hope so.
Technician.
I'm pretty sure he hasn't, because it's got to give him the tutorial on things like minions, henchmen.
Is that computer supposed to be given?
Yes, boss.
Oh, and for everyone who's still here and hasn't fallen asleep or whatever, don't forget tomorrow we will be watching the debut and premiere of a new Bad Movie Mountain. All the question marks. No hints at what we end up watching before obviously we come back for the stream. I assume Hat's going to want to join us. He's all into the Hatter days. I did play well, the film itself doesn't contain crotch, but you know that the episode does.
Oh.
What?
Oh, finally. Nuclear generator.
Research has begun.
But
I love the fact that all I need to build a nuclear generator is one scientist and a whiteboard.
That's all it takes, baby. Fishing. But yes, I played a little more of Deep Rock Galactic with Hat last week. Like I think it was the Sunday, since Ito wasn't available for the Jasper's Wheel of Torment, and it was a miserable experience. Playing, we just the map was horrible. it was just a regular ice map, which was fine. It was collecting aquarks, but we had like 3 random events trigger, and 2 of them were for dreadnoughts. And I was on as my scout just so we could get through the aquarks a little quicker. And Hat just was constantly dead in game.
Oh.
And he was not having
definitely not fair on him. He hasn't even done level 25 stuff yet.
Yeah, so it was like, well, this is great. He was constantly out of ammo, so he kept summoning in. He used all the nitro, and I was like, there's no nitro left on the map. I don't know what to tell you. So I'm skipping around, trying to get the fucking aquarks in, and then the drop pod landed somewhere utterly stupid, partially in the ceiling, and there was no way at all for him to get anywhere near the walkway from the drop pod, so I just had to zip up and leave him.
I could say it's not very often that game becomes horrible.
No, it was really evil.
I do remember us doing some levels on the harder difficulties, running out of ammo, and then spending ages running around to avoid things, and it was still,
it was still manageable. Yeah, that's where I learned all my zippity skills. With the grappling hook, just get the fuck out of here. Looks like Matt has gathered too many Worthals tokens again.
New optional objective.
I still like the command PP time, just because it makes it sound like you're gonna go and leave the door open. But yes, for just for Anthony's benefit, the episode that's premiering, we didn't even put on stream or anything. Nobody's seen it.
Yep.
It's all the question marks.
Not even you. How did you edit it?
With my eyes
Blindfold.
closed. I just listened for the cues and went, right. That and Jasper, obviously. The thumbnail doesn't even give anything away. Except for clearly Jasper's in it because he's in the picture.
Research has been paused.
Why do they keep pausing research? Is that just because the minion doing it has wandered away?
Your minions have
Oh, that's
kidnapped a
interesting.
specialist. Once they're in a holding cell, you can choose to interrogate them.
Does that link work? It totally does. Okay, fair enough. YouTube's all kind of weird.
We've got one tiny bar and 4 chairs. Are they all filled with my minions?
Are they just
They-
sitting in
they
the
are.
resort?
Oh,
Why are they in
I
the...
wonder if you're really supposed to put the furniture in, because I haven't.
Are they getting?
No,
Select
no,
one of them.
no.
Select one of them. See if they've got stats that are going up from doing that.
Sorry, I thought it said you could sell the minion there.
Their smarts is maxed. I don't know if that's helpful. Maybe I.
You're looking at the
Their
wrong one,
stats-
he's moving. What
No,
about
Their
the
stats
second
are all full. I think they're just using the chairs because they've got nothing to do. Although maybe you're right. Maybe having them in the base would at least stop them wandering outside of your base.
I don't know, because that's quite a useful place for them to be in case of.
Oh yeah, that's plan B. Put all the chairs next to the door into your base.
Anybody wanders in, there's just 2 lines of minions sitting there staring at them. There's nothing going on.
We're looking for the brothel.
It's
Your
over
minions
there.
have kidnapped a specialist.
But
Oh, yeah.
I don't think. Has a guest actually used those chairs, or is it only your minions?
That's the thing, we haven't seen
Only
anybody.
my thing is, I only put chairs in the guest area, figuring, well, I gotta put something in the guest area. Well, actually, there seems to be a bunch more stuff. There
Don't
is
think
more
there's-
stuff. There's a casino sofa. There we go.
That's probably
Have
for
a
the
sofa.
guests. That's probably for the guests.
I don't want to.
And a VIP rope?
Like a lamp.
You fucking hate lamps.
Oh yeah, it was casino chairs that they all got. I also put 1 air conditioning unit and 1
So they're all going to be huddled around.
because they're supposedly stop drain.
Select the holding cell and then select escort prisoner. After that, select the interrogation device. For now, that's the interrogation chair.
For now? You mean there's more?
Also, these are all items to, stop agents as well. So, like, your cocktail bar gets them drunk.
That's what I was saying. You just need some necky lady pictures on the wall. Get them neckies. Oscar's offering advice.
What is advice? Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense.
He says you make sense, Oscar. That's more of a compliment than he's ever given to Anthony.
Anthony's never made sense in his life. Oh, it demands that
But
it...
has he made pence?
There. So put an aircon unit in here because wanted to. Well, it seems to have disappeared. Anyway, I was supposed to be interrogating some technician. So the only place I have to interrogate them.
Anthony only caught the butt of that.
So he knows what's going on tomorrow, right?
Who knows what's going on tomorrow?
Anthony.
Anthony knows what happens tomorrow.
Does everyone else know what happens tomorrow?
Most of the people who are interested.
A whiteboard shouldn't take that much energy.
Shouldn't take any energy, right?
It does. There's more energy than...
An intruder has given us their secrets.
Interrogation has revealed to us how to build new training furniture. Build the new item in your training room.
That's going to be trouble, because I built it the size you told me to. And,
Who is that wandering around your base?
Wandering around your
Streams behind it. It was near the entrance to the interrogating room.
What kind of person are we looking for, Thorn?
I can't tell because this got it zoomed out. Somebody was not looking like a minion.
This person.
Somebody was waltzing.
No, she's
I don't think it was that person. What was the stream delay and the zoom out? Somebody looked like they were wearing a agent-esque cap.
Was it possibly somebody, one of the valets like that?
Not valet colours, because they're very distinctive. They were also like in light clothing.
Okay, well, unfortunately...
Something's probably going to blow up.
The person at the junction now, is it just your scientist or something? No,
Yeah,
actually they're not walking the same.
That's a scientist. Oh hey, I can dig in the harder rock now. What's the need? One of these.
One of those.
Oh, it needs to be built into the wall. I did build a thingy room, didn't I? Yes, I did. I've got to say, they are all still sitting in chairs.
Hi, Jasper.
I don't know how many technicians I need a day. So, to build, to train, to sleep, perchance to dream. Oh, bloody hell, I didn't realise that. All those freaking distractions take energy.
Get back onto your nuclear power.
It's researching, it's researching. I'm 39% of the way to building it.
It's a shame you can't just, kidnap somebody who already knows how it works.
I'll just steal the plans.
The fact that you're going through, you seem to be going about things the wrong way. You're researching nuclear power. It's already been discovered, and you know, the engineering for it is there.
Well, here's the annoying thing. I didn't realize they can only use.
Research has resumed.
They only use the one thing to research. So if I had built 2 whiteboards instead of all the crap I did build, they'd be going constantly with 2 of them, so the research would go a lot
Can you
faster.
build another one then?
I don't have. I suppose I could build another energy room now, or expand this one.
Expansions.
New main objective available.
Head to the minion training screen to request some advanced minions.
Advanced minions. What's that bitching about?
That's bitching because those can't be reached.
They can if you build them first.
I'm still gonna go with it. Oh, I need to.
Research has been paused.
Son of a bitch.
Research has resumed.
Your workers will start to train automatically. They'll learn faster if another minion is able to teach them.
A scheme has succeeded.
I'd already selected all of that.
It was 2 Point Hospital. I was trying to think of which game was it that reminded me of. It was 2 Point Hospital. Where you could have people. What was that
I
called?
never got around to revisiting that.
No, I never did either. I
I'm
loved
under
Theme
under the
Hospital.
impression they fixed all the horrible, horrible bugs.
I loved Theme Hospital. I think 2 Point Hospital is a better game, but I just don't think I'm the same person anymore. And
For me, it was just really annoying to play because you kept having people getting stuck pathing and people standing around doing nothing and never moving ever again.
yeah, it was very, very buggy. But I was just trying to remember which game it was I was playing that was like this, where, because he said, you know, people will learn faster if you've got someone to teach them. I'm like, what was that game where I had somebody learn something and then give lectures on it to teach my other people? And I'm pretty sure it was 2 Point Hospital. Somebody learned something and then give lessons on it to teach other nurses and stuff.
Game that kept the character and actually managed to expand upon it while the radio guy.
Is never a bad thing.
You saying that radio guy didn't this have like radio announcements?
You did, I was talking about it earlier.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're right. The first one had radio announcements. They were distinct ones for every type of mission, so they were like worldwide different radio channels. I think it had some racist accents as well. Well, that was the time.
No, that's not.
You are such a moon. That was interesting timing, Anthony. Thorn says racist accents, and Anthony adds that to the conversation. He's saying basically that Danny's accent is racist.
Well, you know, it's Anthony. Can't trust him.
He's super sus.
He's mega sus.
Well, here's the thing, Anthony. If you when you play Monster Prom again, should anybody ever get the Moon ending, then you have to recite that.
Research has resumed.
Anybody who gets the...
Oh, did Anthony say whether he preferred?
They've only played it the once.
Why is the assistant talking about anybody can use a fire extinguisher?
Because I'm now building fire extinguishers.
Was there only certain ones in the first one? That I could
You
use
got
them?
fire the first one.
Jasper. No, actually, Jasper, you weren't alive when the first one came out. No. 3 years
Only
later.
valid. Okay, no more.
I'm putting some chairs in their actual, like, thingy room just in case they really want somewhere to sit. Given the fact that they all seem to be sitting in the hotel. Well, they've stopped now.
New main objective available.
You can deploy devious traps throughout the corridors of your lair to help fend off snooping agents.
It's just thousands right at the main entranceway.
To be honest, that's what I used to do.
It should kill, like...
Make sure you train enough technicians to keep all your traps in working order.
This one has guard stations, but I don't know how good they are, whether they actually work.
Well, they only work if they only work when you've got an alert on.
Also, cameras you can place, but you can only place them in corridors.
And what I haven't figured out is whether if you put an alert on, does it alert out here again?
Probably.
Yeah.
Because that would be then guard stations are utterly useless. Because the whole point is you're not wanting people to know that you're.
Gay bows sound very youthful. I think you're more like gay Daz. I think we're all too old now.
Oh look, they're all sitting in the seats. It's like, fucking hell, we got seats. It's the best thing that could have ever happened.
Weird egg
Research
seats.
has been paused.
We have picked up some movement near your lair. Keep an eye out for incoming agents.
What, and let the boxing glove do that?
What's his movement? Did
Research has resumed.
they didn't come in on the ship?
Well, they always used to
Optional
come in on the
objective
ship, but then later on they
available.
stopped. And they would just sneak in other ways. They used to come in with a tourist originally. There isn't a boat.
Hey, hey, you're the man in the boat.
I don't know. Yeah, we need some money. I'm actually short of money, so that's probably a good idea. Everywhere is kind of
This agent looks like they might have some juicy information. Tag them for capture.
Juicy information. Information on juice or
Hunt them down.
Capturing agents such as this investigator is a great way of ensuring they don't inform the authorities of your dastardly deeds.
But can you brainwash them?
So everybody's got high morale, high theme, but then the people I notice with high brains is the ones actually sitting in the chairs. I say as I find a load of minions with high everything. I still wish I knew where I was supposed to be putting the freaking clubs that I've got a feeling there's a room type that I haven't unlocked yet. Well, I know there's 3 room types that I haven't unlocked yet, so I'm assuming one of those is going to involve weapons.
Might be in the guard station.
No, I said it was an item. When you look at it,
you probably got to build a closet for them to pick it up.
That's what I'm saying. There's probably a weapon, an armory is probably one of the things. I just haven't unlocked it yet. So my minions are going to go punch the fecker in the face. Where did he go? He got off the boat.
The scheme has succeeded.
There he is.
Anthony is throwing shade at the developers. I don't know why that's the sound effect for shade, but
Research has been paused.
You know it. I was just looking at Cooldown saying he's never seen this in real life. I think there is now a gif of my belly being poked, being.
It's doing the rounds. It's doing the rounds. I posted it on Twitter, and
Hang on, why has my trap not worked?
it's out there now. Because your traps are crap.
I like the fact her suspicion is at 0, even while 3 of my minions wail on her.
Kicking her in the face while she's walking through your evil secret lair.
Yeah, how come my trap didn't work?
Because she's an agent and traps, she's trained for that sort of bollocks.
The point in having fucking traps if they don't work.
Exactly.
The only ones that didn't, I mean, they used to work on the super agents, but they would only the only thing that you could do with a super agent is basically slow them down and get them off your island. You could knock them out, but you couldn't kill them. And you had to research an individual way to kill each super agent.
Yeah.
I can't remember because there was some of them were quite amusing, but I can't remember any of them.
An intruder has been captured.
Select the
They were all silly but appropriate. Because it was stuff like defeat, like some of them had really strong willpower because they were good looking, so it was making them so they weren't good looking, and then they were no longer immortal.
New optional objective.
I think one of them involved ruining their hair or something.
Oh yeah, you had I remember the Valley putting them in a hairdresser's chair and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You basically had to ruin their self-image.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Each agent, each super agent had different ways for which to kill them.
Good job we weren't in town today, because apparently it was a fucking madhouse.
Holy shit. I did hear that a lot of people were pre-booking fish and chips. Was he just punching her in the face with a device?
succeeded.
I don't like that the minions don't
Being
return
a clever
various
technician
schemes.
is brain-straining work, and this drains smarts. When a minion's smarts drops to critical levels, they'll need to study in the archive.
Oh, I'm trying to get to build something to restore people's smarts. Oh, I gotta build an entire room for it?
The smarts room.
A re-educator will teach your minions everything they need to know about the world and how it works. Greed is good.
Everybody's chunky on the inside, cool down.
Not enough gold to complete this construction.
A minion will always attempt to rest before their smarts becomes critical.
Damn it.
If their smarts is this low, it often means an agent has bamboozled them.
I keep doing that and I'm gonna stop because I just need a small room.
Research has been paused.
Yeah, his gold's taking a bit of a hit.
Well, my gold is actually quite high. It's just, it's an expensive room, apparently. I was going to build a couple of these.
Are idle. Consider running some schemes.
And we have gone past midnight.
Right. Well, in that case,
the question is: are you going to play more of this in your free time?
I might do.
You don't sound too convinced there.
I don't know. I don't know whether it's just because I'm learning to play, and the tutorial seems quite annoying. The game seems to be the same game, but there's a lot of familiarity there, but it's, I don't know, it hasn't come together yet.
It might never do.
I'm holding up completely scathingly blasting it until the end game.
Yeah. And you know what, give it a few months maybe. Updates, changes, patches, hotfixes.
Also true.
I am disappointed to hear that all the evil geniuses have the same dialogue. I mean, surely that would have been one of the things that would have made most sense, to have each one have its own unique style and its own script. That just seems like really lazy, considering they've had to get people in to record all the words. You got different voice actors, so it makes no sense to not have that be something that you have multiple of. It just that baffles me. It really does. Baffle and slightly annoy. But it's not too bad so far. There's potential here. A lot of it, what I probably want to do is start again, because I've built this.
No, I would say get through the tutorial.
Get through the tutorial, then start again.
Well, I think I think you have to start again after the tutorial, I would assume, otherwise I don't understand why the tutorial exists. It's forcing you to build things in stupid places and in stupid ways. You want to just build your island yourself.
Your technicians will ensure that...
Who there? The one in the apron. What is it you do around here?
Actually, I'm curious to see what it does now.
Prevent breakages. Turn things off and on again.
Oh, good. We need someone to keep the lair in good working order. If you come across any corpses, just don't turn them back on.
See, the fact that it's come up with generic lines makes your character sound really stupid.
And she's supposed to be a genius.
They're all supposed to be geniuses.
Yeah, no, she's supposed to be a scientist.
Still know who's in charge.
I don't
Let's
understand.
execute someone. Select your evil genius.
Now the tutorial's teaching you how to
Specialists.
kill them.
Let's get scientific.
Marok.
With your genius selected, simply interact with a minion to order a swift execution. Don't worry, if you happen to try and execute someone with a shred of worth, you will be asked to confirm your decision. That was good fun. If you perform an execution with lots of witnesses, it's guaranteed to inspire your minions to work their hardest.
So that's why you would
Give it a
usually
go.
do that in the canteen.
In the giant blender.
Yeah.
See, now it's telling you to execute a minion of at least one witness, whereas plenty of witnesses did actually see you kill that first one.
Fine, I'm gonna kill someone in the canteen then.
That doesn't fit the equation. This one must die. For science. You see?
Wait,
Is he coming to her?
that kind of defeats the point.
They've arranged a meeting in his diary and everything.
Can you move your evil genius, or does she just stay there? the entire
You
time?
can, but she's waiting for him.
Apparently these don't count as witnesses.
They're not paying attention.
Nothing is certain but my success.
Okay, that's dumb.
You're gonna run out of people.
It's nothing personal. Just
I'm guessing people sitting at the table don't count.
There's people everywhere.
People sitting at the table don't count.
place in the plan.
You know, yeah.
He's just gonna run out of
I'm
minions.
just... Oh, fuck it.
Fuck it!
Like, surely they could
Fuck
guess
it.
from the corpse.
What a fun note to end on.
Good enough!
Ha Fuck you all! I'll save the day. The day I'll save the game.
Save the date.
Oh my god. Penis. Penis.
Right, well, it's past midnight. That was Evil Genius 2. Not quite as geniusly evil as Evil Genius 1 or whatever. We'll see you all tomorrow for the premiere. You know
Premiere
where.
of Bad Movie Mountain.
And if you don't know where, you can ask somebody.
Bad Movie Mountain YouTube channel.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, maybe more Space Dwarves. I suppose we'll see what Hat would like to do. Although, I don't know if I'm going to allow him to do Valheim. It hasn't been long enough. We got kind of sick of Valheim. He's not. He's still playing.
It needs an expansion. The problem, Hat's building things, but that's not what we want to do.
Not really an expansion. It means more like the game has to be finished because it's only halfway done.
It's in alpha.
Yeah.
In terms of content for streaming, you've got showing off Hat's creations, doing the last boss, and that's about it.
Yes, it just needs to be finished.
We could go check out the other biomes, but they're all empty.
Hooray!
No, let's just leave it at that.
Maybe
Right.
more Space Dwarves, because I know he was enjoying that. And the last game he played, if Space Dwarves, was a big disappointment because he couldn't really play it. Either way, we will see everybody tomorrow. So,
Good night, everybody.
good night.
Good night.
Morrow.